Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, introduce myself, all that wonderful stuff. All right, now I haven't done a presentation on Canva in a while, so I'm going to hope that this works. But we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure it's going to work, okay? Only because I like to do my presentations in other places. So everybody can see that. Good. Okay, so then we're so far so good. So guys, uh, my name is Justin Springer for some of you guys that do not know me. And I know I'm kind of like just throwing some money out right now just because I just want you to know that you're not effing around with somebody that like doesn't know what they're doing, okay? And but the main thing that I want to get across tonight is that I'm not going to mislead you. If you guys are ready to actually make some money with your digital affiliate marketing business and you're tired of chasing trends and getting told to do this and getting told to do that, or that you talk slow, or that you got to speed it up, or that you need to go live 25 hours a day, or some crap like that, well, then you know what? You're in the right place, okay? So let me tell you something. I got a little bit of a history. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you a huge story, all right? All it was I was a gym manager, all right, back in the day. And I tried affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing. There I am making a $2,500 sell. And then all of a sudden that program went away. And I was like, holy crap. I was like, what am I going to do? And then somebody introduced me to digital marketing, which at the time, we were promoting IPS. If you notice right here, these are IPS sales, okay? Which today, that program is called Legacy Builder. They do not promote IPS anymore. You guys probably have heard of Legacy Builder, whatever. It does not matter what you sell, though, you're in the right place, okay? I mean, I can sell you Boss Suites, ETS, SWC, DWA, the feds, the CIA. It doesn't matter. Get all the acronyms, okay? I can sell it all right? It doesn't matter because in 2023, I learned something, and guess what? I ended up making six figures that year reselling other people's digital products. Pretty damn cool, right? 2024, I started my own digital products. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, this was one of them, right? And lo and behold, I made even more money than that. So I know both sides of the spectrum. One of my other programs that I created was an app called Most Won't We Will, where I was actually coaching and helping digital marketers with not only TikTok strategies and things like that, but with mindset, in which we're going to kind of go over that tonight a little bit, right? Because a lot of you guys do not have a business problem, you got a personal problem that is reflecting in your business, right? And we do not take mindset seriously. We talk about it, we say, oh, yeah, mindset is important, but we don't do anything about it. Well, lo and behold, I started helping people and we started changing lives, okay? And I'm really proud of that. This is actually our very first live event, which here I am, guys. In the past, when I was 17 years old, I caught a felony. I know, stupid, right? But I changed my life around. And so for me to be making all this money online and to be helping all these people change their lives, it is a true, true blessing. But guess what? We didn't just change their lives like mentally and emotionally, we had them get results. I mean, right here, we had a lady that got $9,000 in a week. We had another lady that got four SWC sales right in the morning and had a $6,500 week within 5 days, actually. Ashley Cox, who had a call with me and then got up the next morning with a $900 sale. And guys, the list goes on and on and on and on, okay? Our very own Bridget Wallace, she started to listen to some of the things that I am going to give you guys tonight. And she went off to see five-figure months, multiple views, and we even have a mastermind coming up together where we're going to help teach people how to have their own personal brand. I had another person right here who she made $5,000 in 2 weeks following my 21-day boot camp, and then she went on to make $15,000 that month. And then we got Trisha right here who did $24,000 in 60 days, who then later on did $36,000 in 90 days. Why am I pointing out all this, guys? Because it doesn't matter what business you are. And it's just to kind of brag a little bit and say, hey, I know what I'm about to teach you, okay? So if you're in your mindset right now saying, oh, I'm going to have to go figure this out. No. All I'm begging of you is just pay attention. Pay attention and stay focused. Deal? Okay, all right. Just glad I got y'all's attention now. All right. So you know I know my stuff. All right. Now here we go. We're gonna move on to the thing that you actually came for. Let me actually help you, right? You ever seen Jerry Maguire? Help me help you. All right. Tonight's agenda is part one, we're gonna talk about mindset. Part two, we're gonna talk about content. And then part three, we're gonna talk about the process. Okay. This is about getting you back to the basics and staying focused. Some of you guys are like SEO, creator search insight, what's the trend? Stop it. Listen, if I go viral, but I'm not connecting with my audience, then what does it really matter, right? I don't know about you guys, but are you wanting virality or are you wanting money? Would y'all like to have some money before Christmas, or do y'all just want to like have everybody kind of just say hi, we like your stuff, and that's it, right? Maybe some of you guys are in the friend zone. How many of you guys are in the friend zone? Whenever a man gets in the friend zone with a woman, that woman will never look at him as a partner, right? Well, some of you guys, that's how you guys look. Your content is getting all the love, but you're not going anywhere because nobody is looking at you as somebody that can take them to the next level. Am I right? So you might be in the friend zone and it's time to get you out. All right. So step one is mindset. Now, you already know the importance of mindset, but I'm going to give you something right now. It's only about a couple of minutes, okay? And this is going to really talk about why it is so important. Now, I'm going to hope this works. Like I got my fingers crossed. Do y'all still see this? Oh, y'all do.
Communication evolves with
All
time
right.
and culture.
Boom.
And right
It
now, a
worked.
new
All right.
form
So
of visual
listen
storytelling
to
is taking
this.
over the work.
Spot where literally you can't see the answer. How many of you have ever been with someone and they want your help and you're trying to help them, show them how to do something, and they don't even see it because they have a story that's stopping them, a limiting belief? Change your story, change your life. If your story is, man, I'm always at the bottom of the pile and I try everything and nothing ever works and I've been through this and that, it may be true, but that's the wrong story.
Yeah, y'all come to me with all kinds of stories. You know, you're the only one holding on to that story. Do you know I was dealing with Astrid one time? Astrid was working 12-hour days and she couldn't make a sale. We got her to make $4,800 in less than 10 days. And you know what she said? She told me three times back to back that she's been working 12-hour days and she hasn't made a sale, that she's been in this business for so long and she hasn't made a sale. And I said, okay, how long do you want to keep holding that story? Because you keep telling me like I didn't hear it the first time. Some of you guys come to me all the time and you say, Justin, I've been in 3 months with no sales. Justin, 3 months and only one sale, and it was my grandma. Who cares? Let go of the story. You guys are holding on to that story. So listen to what Tony Robbins says about that.
The better story is I've gone through all these experiences that have made me stronger, and now I'm ready. I'm ready for the next step. Here's what I'm going to do. And as simplistic as that sounds, you'll never use the right strategy if you have a limiting story. Your story's.
Did you hear that part too? You will never do the right strategy if you're telling yourself a limiting story. Some of you guys have $500, even $900 courses, and you act like you don't have the strategy already. Of course, you have the strategy, right? But you're not following the strategy because of the limiting story that you're telling yourself. Mind blown. Hopefully, you guys just woke up to that.
He says nothing works, so when I show you the strategy, oh, I've tried that, or, nothing like that works. That works for rich people. The story is the glue that gets you stuck. What you want to do is divorce the story of your limits, of your limitations, and marry the truth of your real abilities. Now, some people get a divorce and then they go visit with their divorced one over and over. Don't want to visit with your old beliefs. You just want to cut it off and move forward. Now, if you got the right story, you'll figure out the right strategy. Even if I don't show it to you, you'll find.
Oh, did you hear that? Even if you have the right story, you will find the solution to all your problems. You won't even have to chase these people down. You won't be sold left and right. Isn't it sad that we're all digital marketers, supposed to be out there building our own audiences, yet we're just buying everybody else's courses, right? We turned into the buyers. We're supposed to go find buyers, but we became the ultimate buyers. We bought one course and decided to go buy 8 other different courses. Why? That's what everybody else is supposed to be doing, not us.
Find the right strategy with the right story. But your story is affected by what you should be starting with, and most people get to last, if ever. And that is your state, your mental, emotional state. Now, what does that mean? Have you ever gotten really angry with somebody, and then suddenly when you're angry with them, you think of everything they've ever done that's ever pissed you off?
All right, now I really want you to get this. Have you ever been angry at somebody? This is funny because I didn't know Tony even said this, because I actually teach this in my coaching. So anyways, have you guys ever been mad at somebody and then all of a sudden you've been mad at them for a little bit and all of a sudden You think of every other reason why you've ever been mad at them? Well, that's because your mind wants to answer you. So your mind is saying, okay, we're mad at Justin. Great. I'm going to go look into my memory bank and I'm going to go find all the reasons why I've ever been mad at Justin. Now, ladies, guys blame this on you. We always say y'all are bringing up the past. Well, truth be told, ladies, we do it too. So don't let these men fool you, okay? I'm giving away the secrets. Sorry, Ryan. I got to give the women what they want, right? So anyways, here's the thing, okay? Now, why is this so crucial? Because if you are sitting there saying, I'm not good at this, I don't have this, I suck at this, man, my business sucks, TikTok is being funny to me, TikTok won't give me any love, where do you think your mind is going? Do you think it's actually going out there and servicing your audience, or are you going the wrong way and you're just going downhill, right? So this is why this is so crucial. A lot of you guys are doing this on a day-to-day basis.
Or a better example is, have you ever been with somebody, have you ever gotten to a place where you felt like head over heels in love with someone? What will you do for them? So in the beginning of a relationship, we're in a different state. We have a different story. Our state and story is like, what do you want? Someone says, could you take out the trash? When you're totally in love, you go, take out the trash, happily do it, I'll do it for you. How else can I help you? Right? But after about 7 days or 7 weeks or 7 months or 7 years or 70 years, somewhere in there between 7 days and 70 years, person says, could you take out the trash? You go, what do I look like, your janitor?
So obviously, basically, all he's trying to say is that our state of being can control how we're looking at things in life, okay? I want you guys to understand this. This is so super true. If anybody has been around Justin Springer, you know I talk about this all the time, and guess what? You're going to get a little crash course on this tonight, all right? So basically, there was a guy named David Hawkins who decided to measure, right? He decided to measure our emotions, and he noticed that our emotions give off a frequency, and your frequency is what you frequently see. If I'm down in the dumps, then all I'm going to look at is the problems in my life. How many of you guys have actually caught yourself talking, nitpicking your business because you're down about it, right? You're down about it. You haven't made any sales. And I hear it. I hear it out of y'all's mouths. Y'all act like I can't hear it. And you'll nitpick your business. And I'm like, well, how do you sell that if you're nitpicking it all day? Right? You're not, because your frequency is down, because really you're just upset that you haven't really made any sales and you're not really where you want to be. And this thing can fluctuate like crazy, right? You might start off in fear, and then all it takes is for like maybe somebody to make fun of you, or somebody to remind you that you haven't made a sale yet, or maybe your kids say, hey mom, can I get this? And you got to say them no, and then all of a sudden you shoot down to guilt and shame, right? Well, let me go ahead and explain something, okay? I don't really care about the emotions, even though these emotions help and the frequencies help. But look at the two words over here. Down here it says contracted, and up here it says expanded. If I'm down here in a negative state, then I am contracting. I'm getting tunnel vision. How in the world can I go build my business and service my audience when I'm contracting and all I'm thinking is about me, my problem, my problem, my problem. TikTok sucks. TikTok doesn't work. TikTok is not giving me any love. TikTok is just barely giving me any views. Versus expanded, where I'm not even worried about the views. I'm worried about the connection. I'm worried about building my audience. I'm worried about giving them value, because if we remember correctly, some of you guys maybe have never been told this before, we do not get paid for the time we bring to this game. We get paid for the value that we bring to this game. Does this make sense? The old 9-to-5 mentality says, hey, I worked Monday through Friday. Where's my paycheck? This is, did I give value to earn my paycheck? Okay? Now, how do we solve these issues? Well, there's a lot of ways to solve this, but in most one we teach these three things pretty much to focus on. Your state, how you feel. When you're in a negative state, you need to do something to snap out of that negative state, because your frequency is what you frequently see. If I'm down in the dumps, then I'm going to look at my business the wrong way, even on accident. It will reflect my perception, okay? We also watch where we focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. A lot of you guys know this. You'll even say it. You'll even go post it on your little Facebook post like you're all nice and cute, but you don't live by it, do you? Right? Where is your focus on a day-to-day basis? Are you focusing on the process? Some of you guys like to go hang out on other people's lives all day like you're going to learn something new. You just sit there and watch them sell their stuff. I know one lady that watched a top marketer and she bought everything that top marketer was selling just because she watched her all the time. Guys, if you hang out in front of a barber shop long enough, you're bound to get a haircut. Even me, who is bald, all right? You need to change that up, okay? We also talk about changing your story. The only way that you can really change your story is to change your self talk, right? Because a lot of you guys will write down something, you'll write down your vision board, you'll create your vision board, but then you don't align to that vision board. And that is with your self talk, right? Because that is the story that you are repeatedly telling yourself over and over and over. So I would really watch it as to what comes out of your mouth and what limiting beliefs that you are holding on. So let me give you some things that can help you with that, okay? Obviously, we have more inside of Most One We Will, but I wanted to give you guys two things that you guys can do starting tomorrow, actually tonight even, right? And it's going to help you. Now, most people talk about a morning routine and a night routine. That sounds good, but hear me out, okay? While YouTube is filled with 1,000 different morning routines that you guys can go start, here's my problem about a morning routine. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours and then you wake up and you do your morning routine for an hour. That's 9 hours, right? And then you do your nighttime routine. That's 10 hours. What are you doing with the other 14 hours of your day? Where is your mind going? Now, 9 times out of 10, it's going on autopilot, right? It goes down in your subconscious and you just start performing on autopilot. But every so often, we will start to sway, right? Depending upon our emotions, right? So your boss can piss you off. Maybe a person online can piss you off. You were having a good day, but now all of a sudden, your state of being is off. Now your focus is off. And now the story that you're telling yourself is off, right? So instead, I want you to do these two types of things. Number one, you can go to your $1,000 phone that you have. We know you have an expensive phone, and I want you to set 3 to 5 alarms, okay? Now, these aren't going to be like your normal alarms to where it's going to be loud and obnoxious and you're going to feel like throwing your phone across the room. I want you to make some nice alarms. And all it is when they go off, you check your state of being and you check your focus. So you might just say, maybe you're engaging in a negative conversation with somebody online about your program or something, and then all of a sudden your alarm goes off and you say, holy crap, I'm in this negative situation. I need to exit. Like some of you guys, you guys will go live with a whole bunch of other people and you'll be in these boxes. There'll be like 9 boxes on a live. And then all of a sudden 3 people start getting negative and y'all sit there. Yo, if I'm in a live, that's why half of the time I don't even go live with people. Because if I'm in a live and they start getting negative, bye. I don't have time for that. I got a business to run and I got bills to pay. And last time I checked, I'm the only one paying my bills. Am I right? All right. So, guys, whenever that alarm goes off, you watch what your state of being is and you watch where your focus is at. Now, there's multiple things you can do to change your state of being, like some physical activity, breathing. You can do the cancel technique, but sometimes it's just as simple as watching where your focus is will start to change your state of being. Okay. All right. Second thing is you do a rampage. What is a rampage? I'm going to explain. There's a lady named Abraham Hicks. I'm sure some of you guys have seen her on YouTube or heard about her, right? You don't have to go look her up. You don't have to follow her because I only like a few things about her anyways, right? But she said one day that you can manifest in 17 seconds. I was like, you can't manifest anything in 17 seconds. That's a lie. But I started to understand what she was saying one day. You remember how Tony Robbins just said when your mind is mad at somebody, all of a sudden it wants to pick up speed, it wants to snowball, it wants to go dig up every other reason why it's ever been mad at somebody? Well, that's your mind working for you, and it'll start to snowball and you'll go off the deep end, right? This is why some of you guys get mad and you can't shake it because your mind is snowballing downhill, right? So, what is a rampage? A rampage is a pep talk going the other direction. All right. So I want you to imagine basically, something rolling downhill and then you just stopping it and then you starting to go the other way. Right. So it could be as simple as this. You could say, man, I haven't made a sale today. Right. You're acknowledging where you're at. That's okay. But now it's time to talk you out of that emotion. So you say, but it's okay. You know what? I was told that I just need to do the process. And you know what? I got a story to tell. And of course, my story is significant because you know what I mean? I'm only looking for the people who are looking for me. So, yeah, that's it. So, what I need to do is I just need to get back to the basics because I am going to be great. I know I'm going to be great. You know what? I don't even need my friends and family to support me on this. I can't wait to shine in front of them. But more importantly, right now, I need to get back to the basics so I can go help somebody. See the difference of that? How many of you guys have ever tried a rampage? Julie was just on my live just a while ago, and she said the rampage has been a game changer for her because she started catching herself going negative and she flipped it over to saying something positive. Now, you're going to feel funny doing this. And some of you guys are probably even rolling your eyes at me right now saying, this is the wonderful training that Justin is talking about. Like, I thought I came here to learn how to have a $500 sell. Well, let me tell you something. If you don't get this down, what did Tony Robbins just say? I'm going to map out the best strategy in the world in a minute here, and you're not even going to do it. You will talk yourself out of doing it. I've had a lady say, Justin, I don't post in my stories because I get 5 views. I'm like, what? Everybody started at 2 to 5 views. Now they're getting anywhere from 20 up to 200 views. You guys are talking yourself out of your own business. This is why I wanted to do this for free because I care that much. Stop it. It breaks my heart when you guys have so much talent and you talk yourself out of doing this stuff all the time. Or one person makes a comment, or your husband gets onto you, or your wife gets onto you, and then boom, you go off in the races and you don't control your own story. You let your story beat you down. Please stop. All right. All right. Here we go. So for now on, set your alarms, practice rampages. All right. Okay. Section two. Now y'all are going to get all excited and everything because I know this is the only thing y'all care about. Y'all are like, oh, no, mindset. I got it, right? No, okay. All right. Well, check this out. Okay. So posting content. All right. So listen, here's the thing. I believe there are about 5 different types of content buckets. Now, some of you guys are probably going to go ahead and start writing this down, all this. I want you to listen to it, okay? It does not mean that you have to follow these. These are not set in stone, all right? These are just basically categories to where if you were to think about everybody's content, they generally will fall into these 5 categories, okay? Now, we already know that the number one that we love and we want to aim for is results, right? Who doesn't want results? Who doesn't want to make that sell and shove it in the face of that person that has been doubting you, saying that this is a scam and you're being taken and all that? You just want to go rub it all in their face and say, no, look what I did. I made some money, so you get off my back, right? Well, here's the thing though. Most of you guys do not have a sell yet, all right? Now, there are ways to talk about results, which we're going to talk about in a minute here. You could do your results, which, like I said, if you don't have them yet, you can also showcase testimonials. Yes, people inside of my coaching app, we've been giving testimonials. Now, when you give a testimonial, though, you got to remember, it's not about branding another person. Some of you guys are just like, oh, look at, Brittany. Oh, look at her. She made all this money. Who cares, right? We want to hear Brittany's story. Now, why do we also want to share a testimonial every now and then? So I don't know if y'all can see my camera here, but this is a Red Bull. What if this was a different drink and I said, hey, this drink helps me lose weight and it's been helping others lose weight, right? And I'm trying to go out there and market it. But next thing you know, after a while, you don't see me losing weight or you don't see anybody else losing weight. How much are you going to be into that drink? You're going to be like, Justin, I don't know, right? So I know some of you guys are feeling a little bit funny when it comes to your own results, right? Well, guess what? There's other types of content. You have an opinion. That's your views and your values around like your niche, your money, things like that. Maybe retirement, whatever it is, your views and your values. You also have tips. This is just advice that you can share with people, tips that you've learned, tips over time that you've learned. Now, here's the thing though. I've noticed that opinions and tips are really, really, really good. They will generate a lot of attention, but they don't really tip the scale and get people to buy. And I know instantly you guys are probably like, well, then Justin, why are we even talking about this? Because you still got to give your audience some different content every now and then, okay? So what I've noticed, and after coaching a lot of people, hundreds of marketers for the past 2 years now, those don't always get you sales, but they get you a lot of people to engage, follow you, all those good things. What typically gets people to buy? Your story, which is why you love what led you to your product, and then your product itself. Your product itself amazes me. It is one of the most underutilized pieces of content in digital marketing because everybody is so scared to talk about why they chose their product. Let me tell you something right now. If you were to go and get a hotel, or maybe I'm looking at a hotel and there's about three of them all by the ocean, and you've been to each one, are you not going to be valuable to me? Yes. Maybe you say, I really love this hotel better than the other two. I'm going to wonder why, right? Because let me ask you something. How many of you guys, when you're going to look at hotels, you scroll down and read reviews? Anybody? Yeah. Why is that? You needed somebody else's experience to influence you to buy. Well, this is the same concept, and you guys are forgetting that. Imagine if me and you are sitting there on the couch and we see a movie preview and we say, oh, that looks like a good movie. Maybe we should go watch it. And then we were going to go watch it one weekend, but I couldn't get out because the kids, you go out and see it. Are you not going to be valuable to me to share your experience? Was it good? Is it worth getting? I don't know. Help me. So when I'm saying product, guys, share why you love your product, the benefits of your product. Some of you have bought five products and you won't even talk about none of them. This isn't you like being like some of these other idiot marketers. Yes, I said idiot. You can go tell them I said it, where they're bashing other programs. I don't have to bash other programs. I just tell you why I like mine. And I want to tell you why it's so crucial to me. So, guys, the three types of content that I've seen help people the most is story, product, results. Story, product, results. And you want to know why these work the best? Because ultimately, your story helps connect. Your product explains the benefits, and then results at the end of the day just shows proof, right? It just shows that it's moving forward, which is what generally tips the scales for people, all right? So, like if I said that, hey, Ryan, you need to come to my gym, man, they got weights. He's going to be like, okay, right? But if I talk about the benefits of my gym, like, oh my God, it's always clean. Man, our dumbbells go up to 150 pounds, which I love because, man, I've been trying to really kind of bulk up. And so I love the heavy weight. He's going to be like, oh, that's cool. See, some of you guys won't even talk about your product like that, which just drives me insane. Okay. So I'm going to give you some homework. What I would like for you to do is first and foremost, let's talk about story because what we need right now, guys, is let me see if I can do this. Oh, whoops. I'm going to see if I can share this. And for the love of God, I hope I can stop you guys from all writing on it. Let's see how we can do here. Everybody seeing a whiteboard? Everybody seeing a whiteboard? Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you. Sorry, I got a new MacBook and blah, 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 blah. All right. So, anyways, so what I like to do first is we need our ammo. And sorry if there's any like non-gun people over there. I'm not trying to make that kind of analogy. Just hear me out, right? If I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take my shots in content, right? I need the ammo. I need something to fuel it. All right. So this is your homework. What I like to do is I like to start with story. Okay. And story is basically why or what led you to digital marketing. Okay. And how we do this is we start to ask ourselves questions. So I'm going to give you an example, right? So I might go to Paula and I might say, Paula, why'd you start digital marketing? And she's going to say, well, I wanted to make money. And I'm going to be like, okay, cool. What had you looking for extra income? And who knows? Maybe she says, well, Justin, I don't know, job wasn't cutting it, right? Or maybe she says, I got fired. Okay. So she got fired from her job, right? Let's see, credit card debt was piling up. She might even say, no, nothing for retirement. So it scares her, right? So she needed something. She needed something extra. Everybody with me, right? Now, this is your homework. I want you to take a sheet of paper tonight and ask yourself, what led you to digital marketing? What was that enough was enough moment for you? What were the things that were going on that you said at that moment, I need to make some money? And the reason why is because this is where your target audience is right now. Okay. But there's a caveat to this. You need to then go back to this list and get specific, right? People do not get emotionalized with vague stuff. How many of you guys, you don't even have to tell, and I already know everybody here, but how many of you guys got credit card debt? Everybody, because even our government's in debt, right? So if I just said, yeah, man, I got credit card debt, I don't care. There's nothing, there's no connection there, right? So instead, what I want to do is I want to go back and I want to get specific, right? So I might say I got $20,000 of credit card debt. Now, some of you guys are gonna be like, but Justin, I don't want to put this information out there. Okay, well, hear me out. We're not looking for sympathy, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The reason why I want you to get specific is because I want you to think of it like this, right? If I said, hey, Felicia, I love soda. Felicia's going to look at me like I'm crazy. She's going to be like, okay, good for you. But if I said, you know what, I love Diet Coke, she's going to be like, oh my God, I can't stand Diet Coke. That is nasty, right? It's going to spark up something in her. She's either going to say she hates it or she loves it, right? So for some odd reason, when we get specific, it connects our audience. So I might say fired. Okay, I got fired. How much money did I lose overnight? Well, I lost, I don't know, I was making only about $5,000 a month, right? So it's like, okay, I lost 5K overnight. I got 20,000 credit card debt and my retirement is looking at zero right now. See the specifics? See, she says, yeah, I do hate Diet Coke. See what I mean? It sparked up. So she felt she needed to comment. No offense, girl. I'm glad you commented, but she felt like the need to comment and say, "Yeah, I do hate Diet Coke. I just want everybody to know I hate Diet Coke." You see what I'm saying? Just me mentioning a specific. You get it? Okay. So now you want to go through your story, and I want you to start thinking about what had you looking for extra income, and what are the specifics that you can talk about, right? So, like if you said daycare, great. Okay, daycare is expensive. I get it. How much was the daycare that you were looking at? Well, it was like $500, a week for two kids, right? Okay, well, cool. We need to think about that. All right. Once again, guys, I'm going to show you how to do this in content, but right now we're looking for just the ammo. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go over to product. The next thing you need to ask yourself, this is on that sheet of homework, right? Why do you like your program, right? Here's the funny thing about it. You're going to ask yourself, what feature do you like? Then you're going to ask yourself, why do you like it? And then you're going to ask yourself, because we need to go a little bit deeper, why is it important to you? Hear me out. I'm going to give you an example. I don't care if you guys are not in this program. I'm just giving you an example, okay? So just bear with me. I was coaching a woman in SWC, and I said, why do you like SWC? What's a feature she likes? She goes, well, I like there's 24 income streams. I said, great. I said, why do you like that? She said, well, because it gives me options. That's what most of you guys are saying out there in digital marketing world. Do you want to sound like everybody else or do you guys want to stand out? Because if you're going to sound like everybody else, you're going to lose every time to the people that are flashing big money. All right. So I said, no, 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 girl. We got to go deeper. I said, why is it important to you that you have so many options? And you know what she said? She said, she sat there for a minute and she goes, okay, I got you. She goes, I know exactly why I like it. I said, great, do tell. She said, because one time I invested $6,000 in mentorship for Amazon FBA and I started making some money and everything. Come to find out, I didn't even like it. And I felt like I wasted $6,000. Where if I just had this program a long time ago, I could have just paid one fee and then I could have tried multiple things to see which ones I liked. And I said, boom, that's a TikTok video. Did y'all just catch that? So I had another guy that was in Legacy. He said, I did the same thing with him. What feature do you like? The automated system. I said, why do you like it? He said, because it works for me in the background. Boring. That's what 90%, 99% legacy builder people say. It works for me in the background. Great. You sound just like the next person I heard. So I said, okay, Why is that important to you? You know what he said? He said, well, man, Justin, he goes, listen, I'm retired, all right? And I was promised these golden years, and my retirement's not going to cut it. And I want to have something that's actually working for me without me having to go back to a job so I can actually enjoy my golden years. So it's kind of nice the fact that I could go play golf and this thing is actually working and doing all the selling and telling for me so I don't have to sit around the house all day and I can actually experience the golden years that I have. Wow. TikTok video. Cha-ching, right? So do y'all see where I'm going with this? So I highly suggest you guys have your homework where you say, what features do I like? Why do I like them? And why are they important to me? Okay. All right. Then last but not least, results. I want you to start thinking a little bit about your results, or if you haven't had any, right? I want you to go into your communities and I want you to try to look up 3 to 5 people. And what you want to do is gather their stories, not the fact that they just made money, their stories. Facts tell, stories sell. Bridget was just on here just a while ago. All right. She might still be on here tonight. She said she was making a long drive. She might peep in, right? But hear me out really quick. How do you guys like it if I were just to say, oh my God, yes, this is an awesome program. Bridget made like $10,000. Yeah, it's so cool. Versus, oh my God, did y'all hear about that 17-year teacher that had a master's degree and was only making $4,000 a month? And then she found our program and was able to walk away from her 17-year career teaching job. And not only that, she was able to go off and see 5-figure months and land brand deals, all because of one of our programs. Yeah, that's just one of the testimonials in our program. And it's unbelievable. There's so many people having $500 days. It's unbelievable. Doesn't that sound a lot cooler than just to hear that somebody made some money? See what I'm saying? So if you don't have your own results yet, go out there and gather some testimonials. And I'm going to tell you right now, doesn't even matter if you really do have your own results already. I would still gather results, okay? Because check this out. Whoops. I literally did it myself because me and Bridget, right? We have a master, we were doing a master class actually, but now we have a mastermind coming. And look, okay, please tell me you've heard about this one. The teacher that walked away from her 17-year teaching career, right? Anyway, so I went on and look, master class, master class, master class. See? Simple as can be, guys. Simple as can be. All right. All right. So, anyways, now that you have that, here's the thing. I believe now you have your ammunition, so now it's time to put it in a video, okay? And I believe that there's about 4 different parts to a video. All right. Now listen. At the end of the day, I kind of want you to just be you. But if you guys are struggling or you're thinking you're needing a script or something like that, then I would highly suggest that you just trying to get used to this framework. And in fact, I've said this framework so many times, it's unbelievable, and I know it works, and everybody I teach it to, they can make it work too. The only problem is you might have to work on the hook every now and then, and we're going to talk about that in just a second, okay? So anyways, there's 4 parts to a video. There's the hook, there's the body, proof, and then CTA. Now, I know what you are thinking. Proof? Oh my God, Justin, I don't want to flaunt any money and I don't have any money to flaunt. Calm down. Stop. Okay. Hear me out. I'm talking about a reference point, right? Now, remember, earlier we were just talking about the ammo, right? So it all depends on how do I want to lead. Do I want to do a story post? Do I want to talk about my product or do I want to talk about some results? Let's say I'm going to talk about my story. Now, the idea of a story post is to talk about what it was like to what I found. You connect and then you redirect. You connect and then you redirect. Doesn't matter if you made a dime or not. You connect and then redirect. So I might go something like this, right? I'm in my hook. $10,000. That's what my credit card bill said. I couldn't believe that crap. Okay. Now I'm going to roll into the body. And at first, I'm going to just add a little personality to that. I'm going to be like, and of course, I was living paycheck to paycheck. There was like no way that I was ever going to pay it off. And of course, I got in a fight with my spouse and had to sleep on the couch again. And that's when I told myself, I am never doing that again. I'm still in the body, okay, but I'm going to start to transition out of it. Remember, I'm connecting. Hey, 10,000 debt, had to sleep on the couch. Oh, it sucked. Now I'm going to transition out. And that's when I told myself there was no way that I was going to be able to do it. And recently, I came across this like beginner friendly program where people were seeing $500 days and it blew my mind. And when I say beginner friendly, I'm talking about they were literally teaching you all about how to even use TikTok and set it up because I had no idea. Listen, I'm 43 years old. I wasn't dancing all on TikTok. I didn't know what I was doing. Now I'm going to go into the proof. And this program works. Like, oh my God, my friend Bridget, she walked away from a 17-year teacher career just following this program. And don't even get me started around Linda. Linda had a freaking $3,000 day just the other day following this beginner friendly program. Now I'm going to go to the CTA. So, hey, listen, if you're anything like me and you're kind of dealing with credit card debt and you want to start seeing $500 days, type one right now. I'll be glad to share with what I found. See what I mean? Did y'all see how easy that was? Wasn't I not just being myself? Wasn't I not just kind of, you know what I mean? Just talking. I was following this, but I was just talking. And you can get so good at this, and you can kind of follow the same route no matter what type of content you make. So let's say that I'm going to go with my product. When I wanted to make money on this app, I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably the best side hustle I've ever seen before, especially for 2026. Like when I wanted to make money, I needed something that was more beginner friendly. And a lot of people said they had a beginner friendly, but this one actually showed me step by step. Like I felt like I was in like kindergarten or something, really learning on exactly how to make money. And on top of that, they were giving you mentorship, which was awesome to me because I really needed somebody to guide me through this. So I knew exactly what I needed to do to start seeing $500 days. And man, this thing works. Like Bridget, she was able to leave her 17-year career teaching job because of this. And don't even get me started about Billy. Man, Billy was able to get a brand new car within a month because of this program. So look, if you're anything like me and you're looking for a side hustle and you want it to be beginner friendly, listen, type one right now. I'll be glad to share with you what I found. Everybody cool? You get it? Let's break it down a little bit more. So you have your hook. Hook is comprised of four different things on screen. I know this is where you guys start getting confusing. Now you're starting to feel lost. You're probably gonna be like, oh my God, this is like Jesus, like this is a lot, right? All right, so check it out. A hook is something visual, right? That could just be, don't worry, you don't have to have something visual all the time, but it could be something, it could be like you in the car, you with a different background, right? It could be anything of that nature. Text on the screen. The text on the screen is very important in the very beginning, guys. I know we're going into a new style of TikTok where we're not worried about text on the screen, but right now, if you guys haven't made any money, text on the screen is very important. Now, write this down because I did not put this in this reference, okay? Actually, you know what? What I'll do is I'll go back to the whiteboard for you, okay? I need you to understand something about text on screen. The text on screen, some of the best text on screen does this. All right, I told you guys I'm giving it all away. Y'all are lucky. A lot of people pay me for this, so consider yourself lucky. Text on the screen, right? Numbers are really good. Anytime you have like numbers in there, I don't know why, but people stop at numbers. In fact, when Bridget saw that she could put 17-year teaching career, she started going viral, right? Something about numbers stops people. Curiosity. If you're building curiosity, okay? What you also want to do is maybe use emotion, right? One time I said, this really pisses me off, and that video got a lot of views. Just simply me saying this really pisses me off, right? Maybe you want to add emojis. Why are we adding emojis? Emojis catches people's attention, and then it also replicates emotion. Negative words. What do I mean by negative words? Stop, don't, never. Whenever you use words like that, it usually gets people's attention, right? Especially when we hear something like stop. One time I said, stop doing this, digital marketers, and you digital marketers went crazy over it. All right, negative. And then last but not least, something bold, right? We had a lady that went viral. Her name is Jessica, and she said, F Amazon, F Netflix. Now, I'm not telling you to go cuss or anything, but that's a pretty bold statement. It's going to make you kind of stop and wonder, like, what the heck is that all about, right? Like, why is she why is she mad at them, right? So, anyways, you want to try to include that, all right? Now, you also got verbal, which is what you say, and then you got tonality. Tonality. You guys forget this. Sometimes it's not about what you say, but how you say it. Am I right? Have you guys ever heard of that before? There was a lady that I shared inside of my coaching app where basically she was all high and energetic and talking fast, and she couldn't sell anything. She couldn't even get a video over, 500 to 1,000 views. Then she just started talking normal, and her video started going 10,000 views plus. Why? Because when you got high energy, sometimes it does the opposite of you, right? People think you're selling something. But if I just kind of chill and I'm just talking, they just feel like they're just talking in the conversation with you. See the difference? Oh, I know. Everybody, every digital marketer tells you got to be loud and all that stuff. If you notice, that is their personas. They're selling you on their personas. I'm telling you, just be yourself. Okay. Body, what it was like. What you want to do is you want to add some emotion and then transition. How do we transition? Well, we talk about our past and then we say, but recently I found, or not too long ago, right? So remember, we don't want to sit there and get sympathy. So some of you guys want to tell your whole story. Well, it all started at third grade when Timmy pushed me. And no, we don't care. We don't care. We just want to know what was that enough was enough moment and then start to transition out. Is this making sense? Right? So you do the hook, you talk about what was going on with you, right? Oh my God, I had to quit my job. Daycare was so expensive. Thank God my husband could like take care of it, but I had to be home with the kids. But I just felt like I wasn't doing enough for my husband and my kids, even though I was working from, even though I was at home with them. So recently I found this woman making $20,000 a month. Everybody, y'all get that? See the transition? What it was like to what I found. Okay. The proof you just reference. Oh my God, and this program like works. We have like a community of 80,000 people. Or, oh my God, and my friend like Carly, she was able to see $17,000 in 21 days. Just a reference. Then you go to your CTA, okay? So, hey, if you're anything like me struggling with that, if you're anything like me and you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to just add extra to the family pot, hey, if you're anything like me and you're tired of that 9 to 5 and you can't take anymore because your boss is always yelling at you and you want to start seeing $500 days, y'all see where I'm going with this? CTA. And we just go through this flow. We just practice this flow. All right? Everybody with me? So, your homework, right? We're not done, but I'm just saying your homework is to go off and get your ammunition. That way you can start practicing this framework. Okay? And what you really want to do is you really want to try to sprinkle in these 3 types of content. Stop just chasing trends. You want to chase a trend every now and then? Great. You want to chase a 6-second video every now and then? Great. I'm not telling you to, you want to state your opinion? Great. You want to do something funny? Great. That's fine. Sprinkle in these because remember, these show connection, explain benefits, and shows proof. You'll be amazed. Here's the other thing that you can do. You literally can follow this same trend in your TikTok stories. That does not mean share your post to your stories. It means follow this same trend. Maybe every now and then you show some proof out of your community. Maybe every now and then you talk about something that's coming up. Maybe you talk about your story and a little lesson that you learned, right? Whatever you want to do. Everybody with me? Okay. All right. If you start to post and it doesn't do good, okay? This does not mean you come back into my TikTok and you blow up my messenger and you say, you suck, Justin Springer. I tried what you did and it didn't work. Even though I know you guys want to put the blame on me all the time, okay? What it means is that you need to probably go back and just try to change something, all right? See, you guys think you need different information. You're like, oh, I told my story, it didn't work, Justin. Well, duh. Guys, the first 2 to 3 seconds is what determines whether somebody's going to continue to watch your video or not. So if they didn't get past the first 2 to 3 seconds, then they probably didn't listen to anything else you said. So look at this. If it flopped, all you literally have to do is change the hook. Watch this.
10K gone overnight.
Now listen to this video really quick, okay? She said 10K gone overnight, but really listen.
25 years with the same company, working like a dog, climbing the ladder, thinking I had to work hard to make good money and have a good life. But what looked like success on the outside.
She's following my framework. This is Astrid. She made $4,800 within 10 days after actually starting following my framework. Now, this is a video that she did, and guess what? Unfortunately, it didn't do that good, right? People were just showing her support, and then I think she got, what is it? No, I thought she had like one person ask for information, but anyway, see, these are just people showing support. So that sucks, right? This is just, these are just those, this is the friend zone that I was talking about. But I told her not to give up. I said, remember, change your hook or change something else. She goes, okay, now watch this.
Six-figure income gone, a shit ton of debt, bills piling up, not enough retirement, and no backup plan.
The first one, she said 10,000 gone overnight. This one, she said six-figure income gone. Guys, that was it. It's basically the same thing. But look, her demeanor is different. She said something different. Her text on the screen is different.
That was me last year after I lost my 25-year career in corporate America at 53. I was burned out, stressed out, and scared, and it seriously almost destroyed me until.
And so guess what? What did this video do? Me, here's two people just being nice, and then yes, please, I'm interested. Yes, yes, I'm interested. Yes, please. Started getting leads. Man, do I know what I'm talking about or not? Golly, man, y'all better get fired up that I'm doing this for free. Damn it, I should have charged you guys tonight. I'm telling you right now, if you just start paying attention, it's amazing, okay? So anyways, all right, so another thing, if it flopped, change the hook. If it does good, you can use the hook or text again, okay? You can use the hook or text again. Don't be afraid to recreate your videos. Every so often, recreate them, all right? Because we know that it works. It's going to work for a little bit and then it's going to stop. Or you got somebody like Bridget who once she found out her hook, guess what? She used it every time she pulled it out of her butt, she would get 20, 40, 50,000 views, guys. It was ridiculous for her. She could still pull it out today and it almost will go viral. You can find yours too, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you're changing the hooks, you also got to remember, change the delivery sometimes, okay? You just saw with Astrid, her whole demeanor changed with her video. Or sometimes you guys can change it all around. What do I mean? Kim was telling her story and she was doing pretty good, getting some pretty good views. Then one day in our boot camp, I told her to do a carousel post. She said, "You know what? I'm going to tell my story like she's been saying. She said, let's see how it does." Well, guess what? By your grace. This thing gets 70,000 views and 800 comments of people asking for information. She's telling her story, right? But she just decided to change it into all I do. By your grace, I have hope. You've already. That's amazing, guys. See, she's already been telling her story, but all she had to do was change the way she told her story sometime. See, you guys think you need to go back to the drawing board and come up with something magical to pull out of your butt. Stop. Your story is your story. You can't change your story, but you can talk about it differently, right? You can change how you deliver it to your audience, right? And some of you guys are going to tell your story a few times until you find what clicks and works for you. That was everybody. And have you not been on other top digital marketers' lives? And what do they always do? Tell their stories. You got Madison always talking about being the burnt out, whatchamacallit. You got Michelle talking about how she was the, divorce and with 5 kids, right? Guys, they tell their stories all the time. They just found out what worked for them. I'll never forget. I don't know if you guys follow this guy. I don't really follow this guy, but I really did like this, okay? I accidentally hopped on this guy's live one day, right? Daryl Hannah, I'm sure some of you guys know him, right? Anyways, in the text, he said, "This story has made me $400,000." And I thought, man, that was a good line to say because it's so true. Once you learn your story and what works for you, then you can tell it over and over. Do you not think he's tired of telling his same damn story? Yes. Some of you guys are like, "I'm so tired of repeating myself." Do I always have to repeat myself? Yes. Maybe not all the time, but I want you to actually take some time to think about it, right? You're constantly getting in front of new people. Do y'all not get that? Right? So I want you to put it like this. If I were to go to
Wait,
this
so
video and go look at my analytics, right? Look at my viewers. 92% were non-followers. You guys are always chasing followers like it's a big deal anymore. Nobody follows anybody anymore unless you're making opinion posts or educational posts. But you guys chase followers. Why? If you have less than 1,000 followers with your link on there, I get it. Otherwise, stop chasing followers. Stop doing stupid trends to get more followers. Nobody cares about your damn followers. No, your followers aren't even seeing your posts, right? And look at this. 76% were new viewers. What if I decided to say, you know what, I'm not going to tell my story today because, just I'm so bored of it, right? And now I'm getting in front of a new audience. Now, look, I still want you to see this. The 24% are returning viewers. These are people that have watched my video more than 3 seconds and probably have interacted. So we still want to look out for those people too. But we always got to remember that we're always getting in front of new people. This is TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. The times have changed. We're not in social media anymore. We're in interest media. So if you're going to tell your story a few times, you're going to circulate through this content a few times, and you need to be okay with that. Okay? All right. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Hope everybody's getting some value already. All right. Now we're going to move on to the third section. Okay. So now y'all kind of know what type of content to do, and then you know like how to make your posts. So let me give you the ultimate process. All right. Now, before I really kind of dive in, I'm going to go to each section, and then I'm going to like map it out for you. But hear me out really quick, guys. I really want you to stop and think, what can you do on TikTok? You guys know the actions. Some of you guys are looking for brand new stuff, and it's like, why? Just get good at what you can do. But here's something I do want you to think about. Brick and mortar business, how many times do you have you guys ever heard of this before? How many times do you got to touch a customer before they make a buying decision? Does anybody know? This is too good to be free. Man, I know, Kimberly. You know what? I'm going to start sending the bill in the mail. 7 times, seven. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, so check this out. 7 to 10 times, right? How can a brick and mortar business do that? They can do flyers, they can do phone calls, text messages, emails. Well, we can't. We only have TikTok, right? So we want to get them on an email list, but if we can't, then I want you to maximize everything else on TikTok. Some of you guys are like, well, it's going to post in my stories, but no, there is no but. There's no but. You are an influencer. I know you think you're a digital marketer. Well, what is the last word? Marketer, which means you influence people to buy, which means you have to stay on top of their mind. I'm going to tell you right now, some of you guys probably looked at me tonight and say like, oh, what does he know? Hey, look, he doesn't have any viral videos, but I make more money than half you guys, okay? Or probably 90% of you guys. And that's not rubbing in your face, but that's because I am relentless about showing up. Do you understand? So check this out. If you do not have sales and you do not have DMs, you should be engaging 10 minutes a day. Dude, can you just pay me to teach you? Of course I can. Of course you could pay me. All right. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about engaging tonight. You should be engaging for 10 minutes. All right. And now people that are in my app, they know how I like to do things. Okay. And for once, you guys are going to get to learn too. You lucky dogs. I told you guys I'm giving it all away, man. Man, I'm going to have fun. All right. So what I like to do is I like to do 5 minutes around
I was thinking
money
today
online.
about
Whoops.
life in your 40s and 50s and how it sometimes feels a little upside down. Like we've worked
Hold on.
for years doing.
Sorry about that. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to do about 5 minutes of make money online stuff. What do I mean by make money online stuff? I'm going to go to this search bar here and I'm going to put in something that has to do with money. Affiliate marketing, digital marketing, side hustles, make money on social media. The list goes on and on and on. TikTok shop, all right? Then what I want to do is I want to go to a video that's fairly new if I can find one.
These are 5 things I
Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to look at how many comments. So we got about 97 comments here. That's probably good. Okay. Hear me out really quick. Hold on really quick.
have to do if you really want to make money off social media from some
Okay. She just said, here are 5 things you got to do if you really want to make money on social media. What do I already know about these 97 comments right off the bat? What do I already know about these people without even knowing anything about them? What do I already know? They broke. That's funny. They want to make money. And I got a program that will make money. Let's go. Welcome to my people, my people. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to spend about 5 minutes engaging with these comments, right? So I'm going to like it and then I'm going to hit reply. If they ask for information, I'm not going to take this lady's leads, right? But I might just want to. So the idea about engaging is just to shake hands. I just want to network. Okay. Imagine being in a big conference room with all these people that have the same goal. I just want to go shake their hands. Remember, I just want to put the ball head on them. I just want to be like, yo, look, I'm here. Okay. That's it. So you speak at such pleasant speed. I'm going to just hit that heart and I'm going to put right. Very well done. Right? So now this Eddie person is going to be like, who is this Justin guy? Who is this person? Right? Like, so they're going to be like, maybe I need to go back to his page. Maybe they won't. Maybe they just say, I don't even care about this person. Right? But they might. Okay. So and then I'm just going to go to another video after a while. Okay. After I spend about 5 minutes of doing that, then I'm going to spend about 5 minutes around common ground or my audience. So my common ground might be laid off. My common ground might be mom. My common ground might be retirement. My common ground might be Gen Xer, right? See what I mean? That's it. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to these Gen Xers. I'm going to make a video. Look, she got about 14,000. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to comment on the comments. Okay? 10 minutes. That's all. Not hard. Everybody can do it. All right? All right. Only engage. I mean, if you made sales already and you got DMs, then don't worry about engaging. But if you don't have any sales or anything, you need to be engaging 10 minutes a day. All right, story posts. In my stories, what I want to try to do is I want to post 3 times a day in my stories. I definitely want to try to pitch my business at least once a day. At least once a day. Justin, doesn't that get old? No. Let me ask you guys something. Do some of you guys have, and this is what makes me mad about some of you guys, right? Do some of you guys have opportunity calls, webinars, things like that? How dare you not tell your audience about it? You guys make me mad. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, what's going on tonight in your program? Y'all be like, oh, it's an opportunity call. I'm like, then why isn't it in your stories? Did y'all forget that the new people might want to be known? Like, you act like there was a newsletter or something by your company that went worldwide to let everybody know they're having an opportunity call. No, that's what you are for, right? So I would be in my stories letting them know. If I had an opportunity call on Thursday, by Tuesday, I'm going to let them know about it. By Wednesday, I'm going to let them know about it. And on Thursday, I'm definitely going to let them know about it. Guess what? If my opportunity call is every Thursday, you know what I'm going to do the following Tuesday? The same thing. Wow. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Miranda changed the mindset. She's like, 3 people sign up, 6 people show up. Doesn't matter. 6 people sign up, 2 people sign. Guess what? That's $1,000 day. Am I right? Or maybe you don't like money. If you don't like money, hand them to me. I'll make sure I get money out of them. Okay? Don't worry about it. So here's the thing. What I also want to do every day is I usually want to post a picture and I want to post a video. Why do I want to do that? Because what I found recently is that some people read and some people listen, right? Some people learn by audio, some people learn by visual, right? Oh, work. So here I am saying, hey guys, tonight, guess what? 7 p.m., yada, yada, yada. And I like to put a little testimonial in here. Here's a lady that has been in my 21-day boot camp. And guess what? She's made 4 Boss Suite sales. She's so happy she took the 21-day challenge. I would be too. I made her $2,000. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I'm over here saying, hey, tonight at 7 p.m., we got this training going. Well, guess what I'm going to do a little bit again?
Digital marketing.
Oh, I didn't share my other video. Anyways, I did a talking video, but I forgot to post it over here on TikTok. My bad. Anyways, but thank God for Brittany. She was my talking video, okay? But you see the difference though? I'm going to have a talking video and I'm going to have a picture because some people are going to read. Some people are not going to read that. Some people are going to feel more of my energy from me talking, right? So, and you can guys can do a better job explaining. You know what some of you guys are doing right now? You guys got a Black Friday special and y'all would just put $150 off, message me. What the hell does that mean? I don't know what the hell that means. $150 off of what? Right? Explain, Lucy, explain. Like, I don't understand what some of y'all man, some of y'all will do this too. Y'all would just post like your company, where is it? Or maybe I gotta put the boss suite. Maybe I need to learn how to spell too. But have y'all ever see y'all's company posts? Now everybody knows I love Madison and everything, but like what is this? What is this? You act like your audience knows what the hell that is. Like, what is Boss Suite two-tier? I'm confused. I work at a 9 to 5. I don't know what this is. You guys have got to do a better job explaining. I would be like, hey, man, you know that program that I've been telling everybody about, the C500 days? Well, look, check it out. Tomorrow we are putting on a free training on how to have a six-figure business with your phone. It's going to be awesome. Now, listen, I really want you to be there. So if you want a seat, I want you to go ahead and message me right now, and I will make sure you have that link so you have your seat ready. See what I mean? Guys, explain it to them. They have no idea what this stuff is. So sometimes your posts, your pictures can cover enough, but sometimes it doesn't cover enough. Unless I've been watching you for the past 3 months and I know what Boss Suite is, I might jump on this because there's $100 off. Otherwise, if I'm brand new to you, explain a little bit, okay? Does this make sense? All right, all right, all right. I hope you guys are getting value. You guys are quiet tonight. Okay, anyways, all right, posting. Remember, what we want to do is we want to try to post 1 to 3 times a day at least, okay? 1 to 3 times a day. We want to go through the content buckets if we can, and I highly suggest if you can, fluctuate, at least throw in a story, a product, or a results post, one of those almost a day, right? Like, I'm not saying you got to post story, product, results every single day. What I'm saying is I would have at least a story, a product, or results either once or twice a day. Does this make sense? Okay. 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 And now don't worry, I'm going to break down the actual process in just a minute. I'm just going through every section. Lives. I know you guys are going crazy over lives. How do I get more people in my lives? How do I get more people in my lives? How do I get more people in my lives? Well, first and foremost, you don't need to go pay for a live. Your top marketers are paying for lives. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and call it what it is. All right. They're paying for it. All right. Some of them are not. Some of them are good. Some of them are paying. All right. You guys get all confused by it. Hear me out. You want more people to your live? What I suggest you do is make better content. Jessica had a video get 40,000 views. She went live and she had literally 200 people on her live. So you want more views? Do a little bit better content, okay? But here's some other things that you can do. Try to go live at a consistent, yeah, that's consistent. Don't come for me. Consistent time, Monday through Friday. If you guys are brand new to going live, and you don't even have to go live. Bridget's making money without ever going live, okay? So if you work on this content like I told you to do, and you fluctuate through the types of content and the stories, you probably don't even have to go live, all right? But anyways, if you do go live, what I would do if I were you guys, I would go live, hear me out. Don't roll your eyes at me from what I'm about to say. I would go live maybe 2 to 3 times a day for a week, just for a week. And then at the end of the week, go back and see what time can you commit to and what time did best for you. Okay. So do you have to go live 2 to 3 times a day, every day? No, you don't. Just saying. Okay. Here's another thing you can do. Before you go live, engage 5 minutes on others' lives. All right. Not TikTok shop things. Don't like just because you engage on some new shoes that you're about to buy does not count. Like go to other people's actual lives and engage for a little bit. All right. Now, when you're on your live, I like to follow this philosophy, reality TV with commercial breaks. What do I mean by that, right? I go to my story and then every so often I do a commercial break and I say, by the way, if you haven't signed up for my program yet, or if you haven't signed up for my freebie yet, or if you want to go ahead and get started on this program that I've been talking about, I'm going to give you a free coaching call if you go ahead and sign up right now while I'm on this live. We got payment plans for anybody. You can get started as little as $0 down. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, once my commercial break is over, then I get back to my reality TV. I get back to my story. Miranda, did I not follow that same thing tonight? And got Miranda here, right? Miranda Perry, ladies and gentlemen, she came onto my live earlier. I basically was talking. Then I said, by the way, do my training. And she said, holy crap, I'll go sign up for that training. See what I mean? All right. So, okay. How long should your live be? I would at least try to make it around 30 minutes if you can. 30 minutes or longer if you can. Okay. All right. DMs. If I don't really do DMs, but so many of you guys might say, well, then Justin, how can you coach us on it? Just because I'm the damn man. Haven't you learned that by now? Listen, I used to do the DMs. I just don't like doing the DMs anymore because you know what I mean? I got too much time and you know, my time is precious, okay? But if you guys need to be in the DMs, this is what you need to do. You need to remember some of these things, right? Number one, remind them why you're reaching out. So when the person asks for information, okay, you guys like just think that they're waiting on you. They are not waiting on you. They have already forgot about you. They watched 20 other videos. They went back to work. They went home. Their kids are screaming. Their husband's hungry. They don't remember you. It's just the fact of life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. So what I would do is my first intro would be something like, hey, saw your comment on my post about making some extra money. What has you looking for extra income right now? Why? Who controls the conversation? In a conversation between two people, who controls it? Yes, Kelsey, going on other digital marketers' lives too counts, except for digital marketers in your program. Who controls the conversation who controls the conversation? The person asking the questions. The person asking the questions. Okay? So I'm going to reply, I'm going to ask them a question. Saw you on my post, saw you comment on my post about making money. I'm going to remind them of why I'm reaching out. Because if I just say, hey, they're going to be like, who the hell is this bald-headed dude? So I'm going to say, hey, saw your comment on my post. Why are you looking for extra income? They're going to say, oh man, you know, I'm just tired of my job right now, right? And I'm going to be like, oh man, I'm going to try to relate to them. Oh, I know exactly how you feel. I used to work 60 hours a week as a gym manager. I hated it, man. Have you ever like done any online business before? How much money are you trying to make? They're going to say, oh man, you know, I've never really done anything like this. Man, if I could just make an extra 4,000 a month, that would be awesome. Oh man, we can easily do that. $500 a day, you can definitely do that in no time. So I tell you what, do you have some time to look at some information if I were to send you something really quick? They're going to say, yeah, I do. Great. I'm going to send it to you. Now, here's where you have to be a little bit pushy. Hey, I just sent you the information. Go check it out. And then when you're done, come back to me and message me for your next step. Why do I want to tell them that? Because now I'm waiting on them. I want them to feel like I'm waiting on them. They have another step. Go watch it. Now, does it work every time? Are they going to go immediately watch what you said? No. But at least it kind of gets them off their butt to say, oh, okay, all right, I'll go watch it. Report back. Here's another thing you need to do. Ask for the sell. Some of you guys don't ask for the sell. What do I mean by that? They might come back and they might say, hey, I checked out the information. Great. Would you like to go ahead and get started on, would you like to go ahead and do the full price, or you want to go ahead and get started on a payment plan at zero down? Which one are we doing? Some of you guys, you guys want to prolong the conversation more. Great. Did you have any questions? How can I assist? No, I thought you wanted to make money. Do you want to make money now, or do you want to make money later? That doesn't even mean anything to me. I like, we're talking about now. So I'm going to go ahead and assume. If they have a question, they'll ask a question. Hey, well, Justin, I was really thinking about the payment plan, but I got a couple questions first. Great. Ask questions so we can get started. What's your questions? Now I want to help you out. Otherwise, if you don't have any questions, then let's go. What are we doing? Okay. Last but not least, if they ghost you, follow up in a day or two, and then leave them alone until you promote a special. When I have a special, that's when I go to my old DMs. Once again, I'm going to remind them why I'm reaching out. Hey, I remember at one time you were interested in seeing $500 days. Well, currently, right now, this program that I always talk about is running $150 off. And on top of that, because it's Black Friday, I'm going to throw in a free coaching call and a $50 Amazon gift card. But it's only for the next 5 people, wanting to see if you want to be one of the 5. They're either going to continue to ghost me or they're going to say, like, oh my God, I'm in on this. Great, let's get you signed up. Okay? That's it. See, no big deal. What I'm not going to do is get emotionally tied to the DMs. I'm not going to get emotionally tied to how they feel and all that wonderful stuff. Okay? All right. Now, the last thing that y'all probably need to know, because I know these questions are going to come up. But Justin, what about captions? Do I got to put captions on all of my posts? Sure. Captions do help, especially if you're trying to get a little bit, categorized. Do you need to go put keywords? No. Jesus. Y'all putting the little keywords and scrunching them on down and put them in the corner where they're just like half-assed there and half-assed. Stop it. I've had multiple people go viral without all that. Hashtags. I've changed my rule on hashtags. Okay. I say that you need 2 to 3 hashtags around making money, and then 2 to 3 hashtags around your target audience. Call to actions. Do you need call to actions on every single video? No. But I would often use call to actions. If I'm giving an opinion post or educational post, I probably won't have a call to action unless I might say, hey, follow me for more tips. If I'm always giving my story, maybe not. But if I am talking about my product and I'm talking about results, yes. All the time. Let's go through the actual process. Y'all ready? I'm actually giving you an inside look into my boot camp. You lucky dogs, you. All right. Now, if you're in my boot camp, what is the very first thing we do besides the mindset stuff? The very first thing that we do on TikTok when we are ready to work, ladies and gentlemen? Cindy, yes, you can do that with an email too. Yes, yes, Cindy, yes, yes, yes. Post a story. Now, some of you guys don't know. You're probably like, post a story? What do you mean? Guys, when you go, that should be the very first thing you do on TikTok. You want to know why? Because when you post a story, you get a little blue circle around you, right? So if I'm going off to engage, if I'm going off to post, if I'm going off to do anything, I want people, because there's nosy people. They're going to be like, who is this Justin guy? He has a little blue circle. Let me click on it and see what he's all about. Does this make sense? So I'm always posting in my stories before I do anything. Make sense? Okay, cool. There you go. There's the highlight of the day. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post in my story, and then I'm either going to engage or go do some follow-ups. All right. From there, I can work around my posts. Now, the reason why I don't want to give you an exact process here, because some of you guys have work. You're going to have to decide when you can do this, okay? Each and every one of you guys can go post a story and then go engage or do some follow-ups in the morning, all right? But then some of you guys are going to go to work, and I don't know what your work schedule is like. But I would try to post 2 to 3 times a day. And remember, throughout the day, I want to post 2 more stories. I also want to go live. It depends on what time you guys want to go live, in the morning or at night, okay? Work around your schedule. I know you guys think there's no way could be it. Yes, this is the magical process. You want to know why people in my 21-day boot camp are winning, ladies and gentlemen? It's not because they're doing anything special. It's because they're just doing the work. They're not chasing trends all the time. Trends are cool, but they're not watching all these top digital marketers do stupid stuff and tell you guys one thing while they're doing another. They're not watching their friends and singing Kumbaya all day. They're getting to work and targeting their audience. And guess what? People are getting leads and sales. Which brings me to like the last section. Listen, you don't have to do this, but your problem tonight is not lack of information, it is lack of application. Okay? You do not need another program, you need application. You just do. And I know what y'all probably thinking, oh, here comes the sales pitch. No, there is none. I'm going to give you a bonus, unless you don't want to do this, but I really feel like you guys need a community of winners. So I do offer my app, which is my 21-day boot camp. As you can see, Bridget has gotten more value from me than her whole year in her business. Julie Stamper made her first sale after 2 years of being in this business with this 21-day boot camp. Charlene got more leads in a sale than she has in 3 years of being online in a business, right? And other people have just gone on and on and on. I've already showed you. But what's this bonus that I want to give you? Let me tell you something right now. One, you can do this. You just saw right now what my 21-day bootcamp is, where I give you a morning routine, a night routine, a midday routine, content ideas, content examples, story posts, live ideas, and an accountability partner. Right now, you can use promo code Black Friday 30, get 30% off. Go through the 21-day bootcamp and have a little bit of fun. Get this, though. This is the bonus. How would you guys like to then become an affiliate? No, I don't want you to promote me. Hear me out, okay? We're going to grow your business. And you offer it as a Black Friday special. I've had multiple people. Sarah get 3 Boss Suite sales by offering this. Mandy, she got 5 Boss Suite sales by doing this. Candy, she got 3 Boss Suite sales by offering this. Right now is Black Friday. You guys already know we're rolling into it next week. So imagine if all week long you do this, all right? I'm going to like kind of spell it out for you to help you out. You run your own special, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to make an offer. And that offer is, hey, for the next 5 people, right? Whatever you want to do, I don't care. For the next 5 people, if you join me, which is you guys, I will throw in, right, a free one-on-one coaching call and this 21-day boot camp with everything you need to be successful, right? And me as your accountability partner. Do you know when people hear that, they love it because they want someone to walk them through this stuff? How many of you guys wish you guys had somebody walk you through this stuff, right? When you first started, all right? All right, check this out. Now that you have your offer, how are we going to market it? I'm literally giving you your marketing for this week. People pay me for this. I shouldn't even be giving you guys this. People pay me for this, okay? How are we going to market this? All right? You're going to post 2 times a day on your stories. One is going to be a video and one is going to be a pic. All right? Guys, you guys think this might be overkill? Me and Bridget, we were having a masterclass. I told people every day we were having a masterclass. Couple of days went by, 1 person signed up. Couple of days, 1 person, or no, the next day, 1 person signed up. The next day, 1 person signed up. Then the next day, boom, 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 sales. Go. Y'all don't believe me? Really quick, just so y'all don't think like, because I want to prove it with numbers. So y'all don't just think like, oh, Justin's probably just talking. He's probably just saying stuff to sell us. No. I'll prove it to you, right? People need to hear things. Didn't y'all all just say we need to be told 7 to 10 times? Am I right? Look at this. November 8th, 1 sale. November 9th, 1 sale. November 10th, 1 sale. November 11th, boom, 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 and it kept going. See what I mean? I didn't do anything different November 11th. I just kept following the process. Y'all cool with me? Now do I got your attention? Okay, let's get back to y'all's process that you're going to run this week if you guys want to do this. If you guys don't want to do it, you don't have to. I'm trying to help. All right. You're also going to send out one email a day if you have an email list. This is all about talking about your business. I mean, I'm sorry, your special. Okay. All right. Then you're going to do it once on your live. All right. Now, in your post, though, you only want to post it maybe 2 to 3 times this week. Now, here's the trick when you're doing on your post. You have to remember in your post, nobody knows what you're talking about. So you can't just say, hey guys, running Black Friday special, message me. They don't care. On your post, you have to explain it. You're going to have to be like, man, I got started with this program to try to make some money online, and it was so beginner friendly. I actually loved it because yada, 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 right? So you explain what the business is. Then you say, and guess what, guys? Currently, right now, I'm running a Black Friday special for the next 5 people. I'm going to give you this if you decide that you want to get involved with this business. Cool? Okay. And then in your DMs, you want to reach out to people like I said. Hey, I remember you were looking for extra money or you were looking to see extra $500 days. Guess what's going on right now? Okay? All right. So you're going to do that. Check this out. When they sign up, you're going to probably make your commission. I don't know what your commission is. Some of you guys get anywhere from $300 to $500, right? Whatever it is. Some of you guys get $900. Okay? What you're then going to do is give them your affiliate link to my app. Unfortunately, you will then have to Venmo or Cash App or whatever the money to get started. Now, with the 30% discount, right? I think it comes out to like $67 or something, $60, something like that. All right. Check this out though. I pay 51% commissions. So guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to give them the money so they can sign up for the first month, right? Then I'm going to send you 51% back. Isn't that cool? You're going to get $30 right back. Check this out. If they stay, if they say, oh my God, I love Justin's app and I'm getting so much value from it, you earn residuals. As long as they stay, you get 51% commission per month. Sound cool? This can be your Black Friday special all week long if you wanted to. Now, you don't have to do this. By all means, you don't have to. But I'm just going to tell you right now, Brittany has made money, Candy's made money doing this, Sarah's made money. They've all have sold their big products and offered this as a bonus. And Black Friday is the best time to do something like this. All right. So if you would like to get started in my app, you don't have to, but if you want to, I'm going to open the door for questions, but I will say this. You're more than welcome to just go to mostwon'twewill.com or get back with the person that invited you to this training, okay? And you're more than welcome to go to my app and use the promo code Black Friday 30. If any of you guys get the annual membership, I throw in 2 free coaching calls. So just FYI, if you get the annual membership at 30% off, I throw in 2 free coaching calls. Yes, me and you will hop on a Zoom call and I will help you with your business because I'm the shit. All right. But anyways, so once you get inside Most Won't We Will, you go get your affiliate link and you run your Black Friday special this week. And you guys already know, here's the 21-day boot camp where every day I give you a video and this PDF to follow. And look at this PDF. You have your morning routine. You have your work in the morning. You have your midday routine, your accountability section, your posts with content ideas. Okay. Then you have your stories, your live, and your nighttime routine. All you got to do is go check the boxes. Pretty simple. All right. All right, guys. Any questions for Justin Springer? I would say right now, since we still have about 50 people in here, you probably want to, maybe raise your hand. What if we send them the money to get in the app and they don't get in? I know, Kimberly, that is the risk you take, but generally speaking, we haven't had any problems of people doing that. But I do understand, hey, it was part of the deal for them to buy your program. At least you still made the money off of your main program, right? So if you got a $500 commission and you send them 60 bucks, I know it sucks, but you still got a chance to get that, right? What's up, Heather? Heather was first. Heather Healy.
Hey, Justin. Hey,
What up?
question. I've also in Ashley's community, so I've had you coach before, and you're awesome. But question for you. So I'm trying to switch over to Instagram from TikTok because I've just been on TikTok for like a year and a half and not doing anything. And so, do most of these tips and stuff you talk about, are they also will work for Instagram? Because it's very, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like Instagram to me is like a whole nother animal.
Instagram, yes, but the content needs to be different. You need to be doing a little bit more 6, 7 second videos in Instagram and more about the captions. You really want to sell in the captions over there. Okay. You can still do talking videos, but Instagram right now is still really wild with just, text on the screen and then captions.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, and you're going to live more in your stories over there than you do on TikTok.
Yeah, because the stories there are like that's your longer content, right? Versus the reels are shorter.
Well, I mean, no, you can still make talking videos over there on Instagram, but I would do more of the text on screen videos.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Sounds good. Thanks.
No problem. Oh man, we got a celebrity in the house with Miranda. What's up, Miranda?
I wish y'all be gassing me up. Listen, I don't. So the boot camp. I just want to make sure I understand because I don't understand and I was eating and I wasn't paying attention. So I'll admit
You
my
weren't paying
faults.
attention to me? That's what you were trying to say?
No, I'm just saying. Listen, don't you did me like that on live, and I don't appreciate. So like the app is called MWW.
Most won't, we will. My app, yes.
Okay, and there's somewhere to put in a code because I was in there snooping around and I didn't see it.
Yeah, when you start actually going through all the way when you're about to put in your credit card at the bottom, it'll say promo code and you put in the promo code.
So hit the 97 and then go to the next screen.
Yes, ma'am.
And then that's monthly or
It is monthly. They will email you a few days before you ever get charged. So if you just want to cancel, when you get that email, you just click cancel and it'll cancel you right out.
and you're saying how to bundle it again? And one more question after that. How to bundle it and then oh my God, what else was it? Oh yeah, the $60 back. What was you saying? Like if to get in the sales? Yeah.
So the app, I have an affiliate program in there and I
Mhm.
pay 51% commission recurring revenue. So as
Okay.
long as they keep on paying, you keep earning 51% every month. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So the reason why I'm telling you to send them your link and then pay for them is because I don't want you to put your credit card on file if they choose to stay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So think of it like this. You're in SWC. They're going to pay you 500 bucks, right?
Right.
You're
Yeah.
going to say, okay, great. Here's my affiliate link for the 21-day boot camp. And here's the money. I'm going to Venmo you the money to get started.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That's what sucks because
No, because it's kind of like SWC when they say you can give $100 back. So basically, you're just giving them $60 to get into the boot camp,
right, but
and the
because they're
boot camp is
using
going to
your
help them with the whole like posting and ideas and all the things.
right, but because they're using your affiliate link, I'm going to give you 51% commission, so you're going to get $30 back. And if they choose to stay, well, then now you're earning a recurring revenue over
Okay.
and over and over.
I see. And that one doesn't come with like direct access with you. Like, so I mean, you can chat about scaling.
Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, they can message me,
No, I'm
but
talking
yeah.
about me and you. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about me and you, man. Me
Oh,
and you.
me and you. I mean, girl, if you do the annual, if you do the annual, I do 2 free coaching calls in there.
Okay. So then what's this other thing that you have? The other mentorship.
Oh, the mastermind with me and Bridget, that's to build a personal brand online. Me and Bridget, we're going to do 4 weeks coaching. Me and Bridget Wallace, I don't know if you've heard of
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're doing a 4-week coaching to where we're going to watch your content and all that for the next 4 weeks together. Yes.
So I don't know where I need help. Yeah.
What are you trying to go off? Message me. Hear me out. If you're trying to go off and do, and I don't want you to answer in front of everybody else.
Okay.
If you're trying to go off and do your own thing, like or sell something different down the road in life, the
Mhm.
personal brand might be the way to go. If you're just trying to, hey, get SWC to even go bigger, then join the app.
Okay, I got you.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Thank you.
You got it, girl. You got it. Anybody else? I have a question. Do we need to have a warm market and connect before we start talking about our offer like if we were just starting? No, 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 no. Because this is TikTok, guys. There's always going to be a cold market. Like I respect the fact that you guys are working on trying to get a warm market, but think about it, right? Every day you're getting in front of new people, therefore you're always going to be seeing a cold market too. So this is why you got to learn how to connect with your story and then redirect towards what you're doing. And if you just practice it a little bit, I promise you, you can get good at this. Here's the link to sign up. Make sure y'all put y'all's promo code in too, though. I just sent it right there. Okay. Promo code is Black Friday 30 if any of you guys sign up. Any other questions? If they purchase your $600 program, are they going to get it? If they pay for the annual, they're going to get the app for a whole year, but I'm going to throw them 2 free coaching calls, and you guys get a 51% commission on that. So yes, you guys would make an instant $300. Well, not instant, sorry, whenever you get paid, you know what I mean? Miranda, you still have another question or no? Oh, okay, okay. I have 2 courses and they both taught me something different. So Kimberly, what I know everybody teaches their own way, okay? And listen, I know here tonight I was bragging a lot, but hear me out. It's just because I know this works. I've been known to prove it for a lot of people. There's good courses out there. I don't want to take away from those courses, but sometimes they just give you guys all this extra nonsense that you just don't really need right now. Just stay focused at this. It works. Okay. Okay, so some of you guys are saying that in the very beginning, I shouldn't even talk about my course. Remember, you're not necessarily talking about the course, you're talking about why you like the course. Why you like the course. Remember your homework? I said, why is it important to you? Guys, let me explain something to you. So many digital marketers are not even doing this. So many of you guys just want to go like here. You would just want to be like, oh my God, I love Red Bull. Like, it gives you wings and like it's like 10 calories. Like you're giving me features that I already know that I can read on your website. Give me some insight. You're the inside man. Imagine a big party going on right behind me, and I got in, and I also had the ticket to get you in. You might say, hey, what's that party like in there, right? This is why the why is so important, right? So imagine if I said, oh my God, this program was so good to me because it has this, it has that, and that really helped me because of this, because of that. Remember what I said earlier? I said somebody liked SWC, and they were like, well, it gives me options. And I said, girl, you got to give me something more. And she said, okay, well, I spent money on a program, on a mastermind where, man, all I had to do was just buy this and I would have had different options and I wouldn't have wasted so much money because I could have chose which one I like. That's a TikTok video, guys. Does that make sense? So remember, it's not just only saying, hey guys, buy SWC from me or buy Boss Suite from me. It's explaining why you like it. I want you to think of one more other thing. Some of you guys have bought 3 programs before. Don't bash the other 2. Just tell me why you're sticking with the third one. For some odd reason, you guys got like 5 courses, but you're trying to sell one. Why? Why? What makes that one stand out better? That's what I mean, okay? It's not about have to talk slower speed. I'll got you in a minute, Ryan. It's not about having to talk slower speed. It's don't always feel like you just got to oversell this. You see some of those girls always yelling at the camera and doing cartwheels and shit to try to get your attention. Like, I'm like, are you serious? Stop. Just talk. Just talk. Justin, can you roll off what a product video would look like? Do I include my story? Well, it might possibly include your story a little bit, right? So you might say something like this. You might say something like, You know, when I wanted to make money on this app, let me tell you something. I was working 60 hours a week as a gym manager, and there was no way that I was going to be able to do one of these crazy side hustles without automation. So recently, I came across this program where it had the automated system. And let me tell you something, as a person that doesn't know how to set up anything computerized, I was so happy that it was already done for me. It was all plug and play. And guess what? While I'm at the gym, it's doing all the selling and telling for me. And man, this thing works. Like my friend Miranda, she had $40,000 in 1 month just to do it using this automated system. And Billy, he was able to walk away from his second job and he just got a new truck because of this automated system. So if you're anything like me and you're working crazy hours, but you want to make some extra money, type one. I'll be glad to share with what I found. That help, Christy? All right, any other questions? Okay. So I put the link in. If you guys want to sign up for the 21-day boot camp to apply everything that I taught you tonight, you can do it. All right. If you guys don't want to stay around after the 21-day boot camp, don't. It's okay. I'm here for you guys no matter what. But we do 2 coaching calls a week. We got hot seat sessions in there, and we have Wednesday night calls. Next Wednesday, we're going to do a coaching call, but next Saturday, we're not, because obviously I want you guys to have a wonderful time with your families for Thanksgiving. All right. But everybody else, can I answer any other questions before we go? Brittany says, you're stuck with me already. Miranda's in. Let's go. Anybody else? All right. All right. No other questions. Okay. Well, guys, you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you got some value. I'm going to email you this recording, but I'm only going to keep it up possibly for 48 hours. Yes. So the reason why is just, let's face it. Okay. Obviously, I gave out a lot of free information. You guys don't really need anything else, but work on your mindset and go focus on those 3 pieces of content and utilize your tools. I swear to God, it works. I've gotten so many people, guys, so many people to like $15,000 months just simply doing this. That's it. Stop chasing all that other stuff until you get good at this. I mean, Miranda's looking at her next level now because of where she's going, right? You guys got to just stay focused right here to get to that point. Am I right, Miranda?
You're right. You're right.
You didn't lose focus with what you were doing every day.
No, I didn't. I wanted it too bad. And that first sale lit a fire under my ass. And I was like, y'all stupid because this works. If you think it's a joke, it works. That's all it took was one sale. And even before I had the one sale, y'all, I was like, I was so excited about SWC because this was the thing. 100%, 100% profit, 100%. Oh my God, I can sell this and make 100%. I ain't got to share it with nobody. And I just ran that shit to the ground. And I mean, that was it. 7 days in, first sale, first 30 days, $51,000. And it has not stopped. Stupid. But I feel like I still need help because I want to go higher. I'm tired. And this might sound greedy or it might sound like really effed up to a lot of y'all. I'm tired of 6 figures. I'm ready for 7. I'm tired. Like I'm ready for more. I want it. I feel it. I know it's coming. I just got to get in the right, like I need the right people who's doing better than me to pour into me and kind of show me where my disconnect is. You know, like I said, I can have 150 people in my live and no sales. And then I could have 50 people in my live and 6 sales, you know, but where am I missing the disconnect in the 150? What happened?
Well, the disconnect. Well, okay, we could talk about this later, but that's just an identity, girl. Step into your new identity. You're gonna have to give up the old identity to step into the new identity. Okay. But what I loved about what you just said is, guys, did y'all hear what she said? She just stayed focused. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna brag about you a little bit, Miranda, because you don't know me, but I've actually kind of know a little bit about you, and maybe not every single thing, but I know you've looked at other programs before, but you started with SWC and you're still selling SWC to this day. Am I right?
Yeah, I did leave for 160 days, but I come back. Yeah.
Okay. And that's fine. We all leave. But guys, the main thing that I really love about this is she just stayed focused on what she wanted to do until she hit that one pinnacle. Then it was like, okay, how do I go to the next pinnacle? All right, I hit this pinnacle. Now what do I go to the next pinnacle? That's all I'm trying to say for you guys. Some of you guys, you're constantly changing up and you're wondering, well, why won't these people buy from me? Because why would I give you $500 when I don't even know if you're really committed? Right? But if I see you committed, then giving up $500 is nothing. And if you guys think everybody is broke, that's a damn lie. They just don't want to spend money with you. And I hate to give you guys that, but it's a hard pill to swallow. But if you stay committed, Okay. And then you just get better at this. Man, I'm telling you right now, you'll see the money and it's crazy. Okay. All right. What's up, Ryan? You got a question?
Yeah, I do have a question. So, I know you from Legacy, right? And I watched certain people in that particular program, that got in early, and they always seem to be like the ones that are the top, that out of the 60, 70,000, they're always talking about these one in particular. And I studied them, for quite a long time. Um, so I'm wondering if, like 1.5 years, 2 years have gone by, since then. Is that program still, fresh? Because I know Michelle's always dumping into it, right? And there's always something there, right? But if, I say I went back into that one in particular,
Yes,
um,
you can make money. Yeah,
yeah,
you can make money. I just heard a whole bunch of doubts in your voice, and you got to drop it. Okay.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
yeah.
rude, but I can walk into any program right now and I could slaughter it.
Hmm.
And that's not me trying to be cocky. It's because that's how much belief I have in myself. It's not about is it saturated or anything like this. It's I have my own story. Okay. And here's the thing that a lot of people like don't that they're not understanding. When you were to go into if you were to go into legacy right now, do you see other people making sales?
Yeah,
Then you can too. There you go.
gotcha.
Point blank.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right, boss.
All right,
All
man.
right, guys.
Thanks.
You guys have a wonderful night. I'll email you in just a little bit. Okay. When it comes to engaging, I do interacting with digital marketers and making income online, but I also engage with moms who have special need kids since that's around my niche. So I need to change it or keep it the same. No, you can, but you can just go moms general, right? I mean, as you talk about your story with special needs, you'll get this people that either have special needs or are just relatable to you. Okay. So you don't have to spend all day with just digital marketers, 5 minutes digital marketers, 5 minutes on moms. You know what I mean? And as you tell your story, you'll get the right people to you. Okay. All right. Good. You got it. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Take care. Bye, y'all.